All right, girls, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to tonight's team call. I am Corey Mayo, your founder and CEO of Team Living Healthy and Fit. Today is Wednesday, March 30th, and tonight we have a guest speaker, Miss Laurie from our team, so I'm really excited to hear from her. This is actually Laurie's second time hosting our team call. She is a rock star and steps up into that leadership position for us often, so we greatly appreciate her. Before we get started and I give her a little bit of an introduction, I do want to give a couple shout outs and some recognition. We have some Success Club earners so far this month. We have myself at Success Club 7. We have Sarah Oberhaus at Success Club 6. And for Sarah, this is her third month, making her a Success Starter, which also means that she will be going to Nashville for free. She's earned her free ticket to go to Nashville Summit. So I'm super excited for her to reaching that goal. We have Ashley Youngheim at Success Club 2. Nicole Mathis at Success Club 2. My goodness, I can't talk. And Eva Pack at Success Club 2. So great job, you guys. I'm super proud of you. If you are working on some people, try reaching back out, following up. It's not over until midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, you guys. So you can still get on the board and you can still earn yourself some points and work towards your goals. So I encourage you to follow up with those people that were maybes, the people that have kind of been on the fence. Maybe offer them a free shaker cup. You can buy a 6-pack of shaker cups for like $6 through our online office. Doing something like that just to offer an incentive and something that's just giving them a little bit of a gift. So follow up with those people and don't stop inviting ever. I mean, because even if they don't close, if you don't close this month, then they're going to roll into next month, and that's going to get you started off for the month good. Okay. Something else I just checked in my online office, which I'm really excited about. We have all been pushing for some really big goals this year. And at the beginning of the year, we were hashtagging everything elite and where we were in the rankings and where our team is growing. And I'm super excited, you guys, that we started the year off, or ended last year and started this year off in the high 3,000s. I think we were like 3,800th in the company, somewhere around in there, so like 3,800 and something, out of 400,000 coaches, which is still really good, right? But as of right now, we are 1,289. So that is freaking awesome, you guys. That's not me. That's all of you. Like, that's all of our team. That is so exciting that you guys are doing so well. So give yourselves a pat on the back and be super proud of yourselves for helping our team to accomplish that. So without further ado, I would like to open the call to Miss Laurie. Laurie is one of our leaders on the team. I kind of mentioned that in the beginning. She is always stepping up to help wherever she can. She helps lead challenge groups. She helped to run our graduate group for several months. She's always just stepping up to be very helpful. She's an up-and-coming leader on our group, and I am super excited to hear what she has to share with us. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute her so that she can go ahead and get started sharing. It's all you, girl.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me host again tonight. I'm really looking forward to it, and I feel like I'm getting a little more confidence. Actually, I think I'm still high from our weekend away from Tony Robbins, because I'm like, let's go. And for our last call, I had like 5 pages of notes, and today I'm like, yep, talking points, that's it. So I really just kind of wanted to share where I'm at now as a coach and kind of as a person, from even where I was a few months ago, even from like the last time that I hosted the call. I've kind of really taken in all of the personal development that we've been doing, and everything from Tony Robbins, and I just feel like I'm more myself than I've ever felt in my entire life. Physically, is my body where I want it to be? No. But I have a new confidence about myself and how I feel, and I just wanted to share about when you get into the right mindset, like really things just start to roll. And until you can put that into place, it's kind of hard. It's hard to imagine. But everyone always says, just be yourself. Be yourself as a coach. And I can't stress that enough, that it has finally like hit home with me. Because I remember the second day of our Tony Robbins event, and I said to you, Corey, you know, you have such like beautifully written posts, and then there's Meg that just kind of posts about working out and things like that, and I couldn't decide who I wanted to be. And I remember saying that, and that has been my mindset for the last, well, since I've started coaching. It's like, who do I want to be? Well, I don't need to worry about being like somebody else. I need to be me, and I can do everything. I can make my posts how I want them. I can make them more motivational. I can make them more about working out, as long as we're adding some value. So I really have put that to the test. I have my alarm set on my phone. I can't stress that enough, that with busy schedules, my alarm goes off at 8 in the morning, at 2 in the afternoon, and at 7 at night. And I just think, okay, there's my alarm. Let's get something rolling. So that's helpful, because before I would dilly-dally around and think, oh, well, now I got to think of a post. What am I going to write? Oh, well, I'm not going to write anything. And then I'm not posting for 3 days. So I've really gotten better about that. I can't stress that enough, that if you guys don't have alarms on your phone, you know, that quick reminder, even if it's just tossing up a recipe, or if it's just tossing up, you know, a quick quote again, even though you may have had one at 8 o'clock. People sometimes need a pick-me-up in the afternoon, or sometimes they just need it at night, but at least you're blasting yourself back out there for people to see. I've reached out to so many people, and I think with as much personal development, and you guys have stressed going to live events, that worked wonders. To be around that supportive energy and people that want the same things out of life, it's like, it's amazing. I mean, being around all of you and seeing you in my news feed constantly all day, and having our calls and stuff, it's so important to keep in touch with everyone on your team, and, you know, get to be friends with them and talk with them, because I can't tell you enough. I went to dinner with a couple of my girlfriends the other night, and I hadn't seen them in a couple months, and, you know, you're kind of the average of the 5 people that you generally hang out with. And when I was with them, like, I've been friends with these girls for 20 years, and the energy was just like, bleh. I mean, they couldn't relate to where I'm at now and what I want to do, and it wasn't anything like being on a team call or being around you guys or seeing you in my news feed. I mean, it's just, that's the other thing, like, immerse yourself with positive people and really get in with reading what other people are reading, and take the time to do things with people that are in the same mindset as you. It was so completely different. It was like, wow, I'm kind of moving past that, and not in a bad way, but I just felt like, wow, I finally feel like I'm growing as a person. I'm not changing, I'm just kind of growing. So that has really helped. And another thing, and I'm sorry to keep referring to Tony Robbins. I know a lot of you guys weren't there, but I'm just still so excited about him that he always said, you know, if something happens, or you're, you know, sad or whatever, your mind shifts to something negative, he'd always say, make your move. And I find myself doing that constantly. If you just have to think of one funny thing, or I just go, yes. And I look like the biggest goofball at work, and I probably do it here at home, and I don't even know anymore. But it's like, my work stresses me out, but for some reason, for the last 3 weeks since we've been back, I'm I'm not stressed. I wasn't even stressed to go back to work, which is unheard of. I work for 2 attorneys, and they're like on me constantly about everything. It's a negative environment because of what we deal with. I could have cared less to go back to work. I was just like, it is what it is, and I find myself at work doing that. I'm not stressed. I'm making my move, and I'm shaking my butt, and I'm just like, my whole demeanor is different. And it's crazy, but my bosses, their whole mood has been different. It's like, I don't even know what I'm walking into every day at work because it's just been amazing. It's not stressful. It's just like flowing. It's just crazy that if you get yourself in the right position, people tend to kind of follow along in that, or they pick up on it, and things just start to roll. And it's crazy. And 3 months ago, you probably wouldn't have gotten me to believe that. But now that I see it in action, it's just crazy. So I would also recommend just, when you're not sure, like, oh, this is a terrible day, or this didn't go right, or, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Just, I don't know, shake it out. Be a goofball for 2 seconds and, like, switch the way that you're thinking about it. And I'm telling you, it does wonders. My home life has been different. Work, like I said, has been different. Really try and, like, pay attention to your attitude and the way you use your words and how you intend for things to sound. I think, when you're talking to different people, if you're talking to them about the coaching aspect, or if you're just reaching out, or, set your tone in your words. And just, I've noticed that I always used to try and find, like, a certain script for each conversation. I just wanted to find the exact script to, like, plug in when I was talking to people, and I was getting stressed, and then I couldn't find it, and then I wasn't reaching out. And in the past 3 weeks, I have reached out to so many new people. Even last night, it was 11 o'clock, and I went back and forth for like a half hour thinking, oh, should I reach out to this girl? I don't really know her. I think she'd be a great fit. No, yeah, just do it. So I did it. And we started having conversation, and she's like, oh, yeah, I've been kind of watching you and blah, blah. I'm so glad that I just did it, because I just set my intention. I'm going to say hi, see where it goes. She could tell me no. She could tell me, I don't even know who you are, whatever. But at least I know that I made the effort. So I would say just do it. Just make yourself uncomfortable. I do it at least 1 time a day. I either friend request somebody that I don't even know, or I reach out to somebody on my Facebook page that I may have not even talked to in I don't know how long. And I have reached out to so many people and have so many conversations going that I'm really hoping to reach SC5 by tomorrow. But if I don't, I'm not really worried about April, because I have so much up in the air that I know that I did my best. So I know I'm just like beating a dead horse with reach out to people, but I can tell you, just in the last 3 weeks, if you package yourself together and get in the right mindset and just be positive, think positive, and reach out to people, it really is making a difference. And just be yourself. I notice when the scripts are there to help, and they are a huge help when you're like, oh, I just don't know where to take it at this point. But I find if you talk to people in your own words, the way I text is so different than some other people, the way they text, but the way I type is so different than the way other people type. But I talk and text the same way. I get excited and I use 15 exclamation points, or, I'm trying to really just be myself. I'm goofy. I don't finish sentences half the time that I'm trying to talk. I go off on tangents, as I'm sure you guys all can see, but it's just be yourself. People can really relate to that, and I've just really seen it in action lately. I'm not so worried about making mistakes and thinking, oh, I shouldn't have said that. You know, oops, maybe you said it's, you know, this is a 21-day fix when you shouldn't have. Well, they're going to figure it out. So you just help them along. You know, it's not like you can hide that forever, or don't feel so bad about saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Just go for it. Just put yourself out there. And I have found that it's really working wonders for people. I think as long as you're authentic, and I've enjoyed it. So I'm still super excited. Sorry. I'm like, whoo, all over the place.
Don't be sorry at all. I love it.
But I feel, I don't know, really good about everything. I'm excited to make mistakes, and I'm excited to grow, and I want you guys to feel the same way. It's just crazy. And talk to people. At the airport, when we were on our way home, Karina was talking to everybody. I think everybody we walked by, she was saying hi to. She was making conversation with. It was awesome. It was, I mean, just to see the smile on people's faces. I notice myself, I do that now because I think of her when, you know, she was just saying hi to the security guard, or she just, hey, have a great day. I mean, it was great. And I find myself wanting to model that behavior. It's just, I do it at the grocery store. You know, I did it at the mall earlier. I'm just saying hi and waving to people. Well, you know, I just smile, be happy, enjoy where you are, enjoy where you're going. And I think it'll take a whole new role in your life, that you're just going to see things change, and it'll all be for the good. I mean, you learn as you go. And that's one other thing that I have come to realize, that you don't have to be the best. You don't have to know everything right now. You'll figure it out. The top coaches, you know, Corey, you guys all started from where we are, and look how far Corey's come, and look how far everyone else has gone, that, you know, we're all going to get there. And just be patient and kind of just roll with it. Learn as you go, learn as much as you can as you go. Follow our leader, and, you know, it's going to be good. You know, we just keep going for sure. Okay, I think I'm out of words. I'm sorry.
I love your energy. Like, I seriously see a whole new person. Just seeing you smile and you're glowing. It's like there's a whole new person inside of you, and it's amazing. You're still you, like you said, but you just have this whole new light about you, and this appreciation for life, and this love for life. And it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see that glow from you, because it's very obvious. So
good. It's been a total game changer the last couple weeks. It's just, I don't know. I just get up in the morning and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to kick some butt. I can't wait to talk to people. I can't wait to get to work. What? I mean, but it's crazy. My work is never like smooth sailing, and is that my end goal, to be, you know, to stay there? Heck no. But I see the light at the end of the tunnel now. You know, I do what I have to do until I can do what I want to do, and I'm getting there. I'm going that way. I don't feel like I'm stuck anymore. I just keep reading. I keep listening to my, you know, podcasts, and you guys just keep going with it, because at the right time, it's going to sink in, and you're going to hear it a certain way from somebody. Maybe not me, maybe not Corey, maybe not, you know, whoever. But one day it's just going to like sink in, and you're going to be ready to go, and great things are going to keep happening. So just don't stop. You know, it takes time, but you'll get there, and it'll be good.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's not a matter of if, it's when. As long as you keep showing up and you keep trying to grow and you keep learning, it's going to happen. This didn't happen for me overnight. It probably, it's God honest truth, it's taken me longer than it has other coaches. There's a lot of coaches that Kelly's brought on that have come freaking fire out of the gate and shot right past me. But you know what? I'm doing it at my pace. I'm growing at my pace. I'm trying to do my best and balance my family life and home, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. Nobody said you had to go from 0 to 100 overnight. But don't let yourself get comfortable either. You have to continue to grow. If you don't keep growing, what does Tony say? If you're not growing, you're dying. Right. You're not constantly trying to do something better for yourself. It doesn't mean the old you sucks or that the old you is bad. It just means that you should keep trying to learn, fuel your mind, be a better person, try to inspire somebody new. Try to contribute more in society by helping and walking through the mall and saying, hello, how are you? Have a great day. Little things like that, you guys, it doesn't have to be about money, but little things like that is what is going to change this world around to being a more positive outlook on life than the crappy ass negative outlook that we have. And the news is covered and filled with all the crap in the world. Well, why do you think that the world keeps being negative? You're shoving it in people's faces all the time. So it's our job to be that positive light, to be being, you can't even sit still like Laurie is right now because you're so excited with life and how your mindset has totally shifted because of 3 days. Because she took a chance when maybe money was a little bit tighter because it was Christmas time, and she took a chance. She said, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. I am going to this event because this is something that I need to do for me. You know, you've got to get to live events. You've got to do things to immerse yourself into the things in life that are going to push you, that are going to help you to be better, that are going to inspire you, that are going to motivate you, that are going to make you uncomfortable. I don't know about the other girls. I'm sure that they probably are, but there's times that you're uncomfortable. Like when we're even at the event, even though it was completely crazy, there's still times that you're like, I have to do this. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable doing this, but whatever, you do it and you go with the flow and you learn from it. So I was going to open it up for a couple of questions, but I just wanted to point out a couple things. One, yes, Emily said I look like a proud mama bear because I'm great proud of you right now. Crazy proud of you. You are seriously an entirely different person. Not that you were a bad person before, but you just look so much happier. You just have this glow about you that I don't think I've ever seen before. And I'm super happy for you, and it makes me really proud of you. So
thank you.
Great job, girl. I'm proud of you for continuing to dive into that personal development and to just keep pushing through and trusting the process that it would click one day. So awesome for you. I'm really proud for you.
Thank you. I hope that it was informative. I just wanted to point out that even from where I sit, you know, that, and as a coach and how level we all are, that, you know, it clicked for me. It will click for you. If it hasn't, if you're like, yeah, I don't know, you know, if this is right, or I don't know if it's working, or I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. You are, and it'll just start rolling. So just stick with it. Keep doing what you have to do, and you will get there, and the ball will keep rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. And you start to gain momentum. The more you feel good about it, the more you have fun with it. It becomes fun, doesn't it? That uncomfortable feeling, it becomes fun, and you start to push yourself because there's a high after you do it. So then you push yourself to do it more, and it becomes exciting, and then you start gaining momentum. So that's exactly right. Keep showing up every day. That's why when Kelly says, when you want to give up, keep showing up every single day. Be here a year from now. Mark it down on the calendar where you are right now, and in a year from now, see how much you have grown. Because I can tell you, if you keep showing up every day, you're going to be a totally different person than you were when you started.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And it's for the better. It's not a negative thing. It's just that you're continuing to grow, which is a really beautiful thing. So awesome. I did want to, so I love that you're sharing your life. You're not worrying about, well, she posts it this way or she posts it that way, because that is a struggle. You know, talk how you would talking to your friend. Create the avatar that we have talked about recently on the mentoring calls, where you're creating that person that you either are or that person that you used to be, and talk to that person when you're making a post and use your language. But the biggest thing is even if you don't have a huge amount of engagement on posts all the time. You have to be consistent, because when that person comes to your page that's been watching you and probably hasn't commented or liked or posted on any of your things, people are still watching you. I promise you that. I can't tell you how many times I have people that reach out to me and say, oh, I've been watching you for months, blah, 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 and they never like any of my stuff, because I reach out to the people that like my stuff. Either they like or comment. I am personally reaching out to those people. So I know that they don't ever comment on my stuff, but they're watching, you guys. Sometimes people are just too timid to let you know that they're watching. So keep being consistent. And when somebody comes along that you maybe friend requested, or that you're pulling over from Instagram or from Pinterest or Snapchat or whatever other social media outlet you're using, when you bring them to your page, do you want them to see that you post once a week? No, you want them to know that you are showing up every single day and you are who you say that you are, right? You don't want, if you all love Starbucks so much, would you be freaking irate if you went to Starbucks and they were supposed to be open and they weren't open? Yeah, because you wanted Starbucks, damn it, and you drove all the way there to have it, and then they're closed. It's the same freaking thing. You have to show up every single day so that when that person is ready to work on their nutrition or to take that scary step outside of their comfort zone and ask somebody for help, or to ask somebody about something that they're struggling with, you have to be there. Okay, so it's perfect that she's setting an alarm. That's exactly what I do, and it's a reminder. And a lot of times I've already made the post, but there's times that life happens. The kids are doing whatever, you're making dinner, somebody calls, whatever. You have that reminder on your phone to say, hey, get your booty in gear and make sure you make that consistency happen, right? Mm-hmm. And then the last thing I just wanted to mention was growing beyond your friends. So I think for a lot of people that's a scary thing. And I think that mine gradually happened, but I love all of my friends. My friends that I had from years ago, I still love them. I keep in touch with them, but I'm just at a different place in my life. And that's okay. Just like Laurie said, she's just in a different place. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It doesn't mean that she can't still be there for them. It doesn't mean that she can't still catch up every now and then, but it's probably not the people that she's asking to do things with on a regular basis, because she doesn't feel empowered and uplifted when she's with those people. And maybe, who knows, maybe the more that she continues to be on this high, those people will start to rise with her, which is the ultimate. That's what we want, is all of our loved ones to rise with us, right? But if that doesn't happen, don't be afraid to let that kind of fall as it is. That's not something that you can control. Don't ever hold yourself back from pursuing your dreams because other people get uncomfortable or other people get scared or they're not ready to rise with you. If they're meant to, they will. Okay?
And actually, I had one other thought about my friends. When we were at dinner, the one is struggling with getting back into working out. And now, mind you, not one of my friends, and my good friends, have ever approached me in a year and a half about my challenge group, what I'm doing, noticed any changes, nothing. So it went from kind of hurt feelings for a while to kind of, well, I'm going to go ahead and do, what I'm doing, and I'm just going to keep rolling with it. But at dinner the other night, one of my friends said, I was thinking if Laurie could do it, I can do it. And I was like, ah. So my first instinct was, well, that was kind of rude. But then I switched it real fast and thought, that's right. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I don't like to work out all the time, but I like how I feel. I enjoy the coaching. I enjoy meal planning. I have found something that I really enjoy doing. So in 2 seconds, I was able to flip something that I would have really had my feelings hurt about. That, well, that comment, if I can do it, well, and anybody can do it, of course. So now I'm going to take that approach when I'm approaching other people with it and use it to my benefit. I mean, people that know me, look, if I can do it, anybody can do it. That's one of my favorite lines now to use. So, I don't know. It's just the way you can flip the way things people say or your mindset, roll with it, use things to your advantage, even if it comes from family and friends, because they're the ones that'll probably bring you down quicker than other people. So.
Mm-hmm.
look past it.
Yeah. Good for you for shifting your mindset on that. That's awesome. Cool. Does do any of you have any questions for Laurie or questions in general? Anything? No? Any comments? No? Okay. Real quick too, is I was thinking when you were talking at one point, I think it was right after you were talking about growing beyond your friends, is the frustration, I forget what you said now, but you said something about having some frustration with something, and you shifted your mindset, probably kind of like you were just talking about. And it's all about the 2 millimeter shift, you guys. Like, a lot of times, like Tony kept reiterating over and over and over and over again that I think the analogy was he went golfing for the first time ever, and when he went golfing, he kept hitting this drive that was just like insane and really, really good. And the one guy like couldn't believe how good he was, like repeatedly, time after time after time after time. So he said, well, come back tomorrow and we'll see how you are. Well, he shifted Tony's stance 2 millimeters one way. And what happened? The ball sliced like crazy, right? Because he shifted his stance just a little bit. So he kept hitting the ball, and he's getting frustrated, and he's trying to overcorrect, and he's, you know, shifting his body more and more and more, and then the ball slices this way, and then it slices back that way because he's constantly trying to readjust his body, but he was overcompensating. He was so close to having that perfect line drive, he just needed a 2 millimeter shift. So a lot of times when you're talking in conversation with people, when you're inviting people, when you're making new contacts with people, when you feel that frustration, just shift your mindset just a little bit. Shift your tone just a little bit. Shift the way you're approaching it. You're right there. You don't have to totally reinvent the wheel and do something totally crazy that you've never done before. It's just shift it a little bit. Maybe adjust your tone, maybe adjust your wording just a little bit, because you're right there. You don't need to overcompensate and totally go to the opposite side of the spectrum to change things up. It's just about that tiny little shift in making things work. Okay? Just like in our nutrition, you know, a lot of times we are right there and we are narrowed in, but we're still sneaking Easter candy that's in the house or whatever. You know, there's always maybe just something little, or maybe you're consuming too much dairy, or maybe you had too many carbs one day. But your nutrition, it's not that you have to totally revamp your entire meal plan. It's just that 2 millimeter shift. So I encourage you to think about that when you're feeling frustrated with something, or like you need to revamp something. Just think about shifting it just the tiniest little bit so that it works. Okay? All right, cool. Thank you so much, girl. That was incredibly informative, incredibly inspiring, and just to know that, because I could say it a million times, Kelly could say it a million times, but like you said, it can come from a different set of, a different mouth, and hearing it through a different set of ears or whatever. I'm not really sure what I was trying to say there, but just hearing it from a different, from a different perspective. Could be all that to make it click, you know, for that one time. And just to see you glowing, and the motivation and inspiration that you have behind you now is really awesome. And I cannot wait to see how the rest of this year goes for you, because you're on fire, girl. Light the world up and set their souls on fire. It's your turn.
I'm making my move.
Make your move. Say yes.
Yes.
Heck yeah, girl. Well, I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you taking the time out of your Wednesday evening. And a big thank you to Laurie, please, because this mama is going out of town with her family tomorrow. So she has 2 littles and a husband that she's getting ready to take out of town for the weekend. And she freaking made this call a priority still for you guys. So that's awesome of her. We love you very, very much, and we greatly appreciate your time. I appreciate all of you jumping on the call tonight. And I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye, guys. Good night.